CTV family. Catch us live on your TV screens.
Well, welcome back. If you just joined us, well, you're still watching Ekse live right here on DSTV, channel 263. Well, if you just joined us, well, in Kubeni, you missed out on some things, Nyana. But nevertheless, we've got all that covered for you. As of right now, like then again, the trending. Well, now, another fatality for vocalist Zethu esizithanda kakhulu. Well, the up-and-coming star, all the way from Durban, Umfana Gogo, had a fatal accident. Now, abanye bethu bakhunjuzwe man gila accident besandoba nayo Mpura, the late Mpura, and well, as well as Ukualanga, where they lost their lives. All thanks God to Umfana Gogo, use alive wethu uchacha kakuhle akanaso nescratch umfana akanaso, but yeah, Umfana Gogo lo ugogo better do all the works. I trust ugogo. So by the end of right now, ladies and gents, it is tourism month and we have to check out what's happening up in Zethu. Well, we take a tour at Ukualanga. Check that out. Let's go.
Welcome to Ukualanga. Xa ubona lesekile uyayazi awufikanga ugalelekile. So Ibhunga Avenue is the first portal that you know will take you everywhere. You can turn left or you can turn right. You know that the road leads you everywhere you need to be. Kwelqala yafika eHarlem, kwelaqala uya eNdabeni. Just but you know, you got the best experience of the townships. Hello. Like we promised you, Sifikile Ukualanga, and we're going to show you the most interesting places there is to find right here. Kodwa, something strange when I put Alfred kuko abantu abalapha Ukualanga that don't know each and every corner. Umdu azince bantu khulele Ukualanga and asazi skom ayoqhayisa outside of Ulanga kodwa akazazi izinto ezilapha. So for young people, asikathethi ngababangapha kwelokishi yethu ababalapha, why should they be proud of our township and which places should they boast about?
Yeah, thank you. One thing they need to be proud of first is that Langa is a heritage site. It competes with Robben Island, it competes with Table Mountain, Cape Point and all the stuff. It is supposed to be a destination to be reckoned with. Yeah. Whenever you come or you walk Langa, you are able to say, there Kwenzekalena, Pa Kwenzekalena, and there is history everywhere Langa.
It is so comfortable because in Hlangobona abantu foreign people bephuma from whatever BNB bazambele baye renkini bayokhwela taxi. I know this babazi tourists because they've got Caucasian hair. What makes Ulanga so safe and enjoyable?
Into yethu basisazana kwaLanga, that's one thing. Ndithi xa ndithetha nabo sikhule thina sisazana because bezihamba izikawuts sonke sihamba ipuli sonke sihamba amabala sonke busenza into kwaLanga within 5 minutes everybody knew that hey ubani hey wenze isimoko yabo, but ngoku Ulanga has grown abanye ke ngoku taking chances, but we guarantee still i-safety yabo into yoba kwaLanga you will never walk alone ngoku ungaziwa.
With tourism, Ulanga is very popular. E-influx is very huge. What did COVID-19 do to that sector?
Oh, it killed us. Yeah. I remember we were struggling to get the relief from industry where we are told that we are getting UIF, we have to write letters, emails that were not being responded to, but eventually some of us did get the relief, even though it was small, but it made a difference because we were able to settle some loans and some debt that we had, but we still need more. Hey?
Yeah, we're getting vaccinated, lockdown levels are being zaizwa ngoku. So what are we doing to revive the tourism sector, especially Upper Eskom?
We are making a noise. Hence, we feel that the event is going to promote that readiness that we want people to know and understand that Langa tourism is ready to go back to life. We are happy that we are going back to it.
Yeah. From his mouth to your ears, everybody come to Langa and enjoy your time. Ulanga, yitolo. Now let's talk Langa and your favorite personalities. Kuli Roberts, Thomas Msengana, Brenda Fassi, Tammy Tsolekile, Lamali Moon. You've seen these people on TV as well as on radio, and you wonder what had shaped their lives. Where do they grow up? Well, hashtag Langa. What about the gems that had shaped them? Let's go around and take a tour of this beautiful township. We've heard the saying that local is lekker. We've heard it in music, when we eat our food, the style that we dress in, our languages. Now we're talking tourism because we're celebrating that this month. Now what I want to find out is, why is it important for communities to travel and enjoy what local has to offer?
Well, for us, it's about presenting Cape Town in its most unique value proposition. We're a melting pot of cuisine, color, and culture. No other city can compete with Cape Town.
No.
We've got landmarks, we've got the natural beauty, we've got the mountains, the beaches, people jumping off mountains, kite surfing, you name it, right? But when you look into our communities, you see the warmth and the culture, the languages, the food, the things that make Cape Town unique. And this is what tourism is all about. Marketing that uniqueness and making sure that locals also experience what visitors experience.
Yeah.
So our campaign is focused now on locals, getting Cape Townians to fall in love with their city and to explore their city on a pocket-friendly budget. You don't need to break the bank. We've got 50 things to do for under 50 Rand. You can go to the website capetown.travel and you'll find all the things to do. But it's also about doing a deep dive into what makes Cape Town so unique in its local context. Because tourism also employs more than 150,000 people in our city. And we know that a lot of Cape Townians and South Africans, they're really feeling the pinch because of the pandemic knocked economy. So we want to break down those barriers and make tourism more affordable and more accessible so that locals can go out and enjoy their city. But not forgetting that we are also making sure that we get our international visitors coming back, because they spend a lot of time and a lot of money in our destination. And that's actually where we also need to focus now as we position Cape Town as the go-to city in Africa and globally.
I'm not a tourist, I'm a local, and I was chatting to a friend earlier on, DT, I'm from Ukualanga, and you showed me today that there are places that I've never seen, whereas I was born and bred here. So what I want to find out is, how is the city of Cape Town ensuring that e-tourism is accessible universally?
Absolutely, that's the mission. We want to now make sure that the perception around tourism being exclusive and too expensive is out. We want to break down that perception, but we want to build up communities to take ownership. So in Langa today, we've experienced a chili food explosion made in Langa. Now we're here at a drumming lesson. Down the road there's a pottery class. There's dancing, there's food, there's culture, there's beer. This is what makes places such as Langa and many other communities special. So as the City of Cape Town, with our tourism partners, we are working with tourism operators in those communities to develop their products and to make it market ready. Now it's the time to celebrate Cape Town and what we mean to one another. We can't do this alone. We need one another now to succeed. We've come through a very difficult period. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of businesses have closed. Enough of that. I'm looking towards the future. I'm looking towards the potential and the possibility that comes out of our communities. And that's why the mission now is to diversify tourism, transform tourism, so that we've got many more tourismpreneurs that can compete on the world stage.
I love the words of encouragement. You are more well-traveled than I am locally. So I want to find out from you, what makes Ukualanga so special?
The people, the food. I never thought of having a chili explosion in my mouth coming to Langa. That was for me the highlight of the day, but also the drumming lessons and the storytelling, meeting locals. Langa is the oldest township in Cape Town. Soon 100 years old. That says it all. So Cape Townians should come here, make a trip to Langa part of your itinerary. So if you go to the V&A waterfront, or if you're going to Table Mountain, or if you're going to Muizenberg or Howard Bay, make Langa part of your experience. This is where it happens. We've got 2 operators here that are ready to take you on something that will blow your mind away. But it comes down to perceptions. We need to make it safe, we need to make it healthy, and with the vaccines rollout well underway, I'm really encouraging Cape Townians to go for the jab, because the jabs will save jobs, and it will make sure that our industry survives, because travelers, whether it's local or foreign, will make a decision based on whether the destination is safe and healthy. So I'm saying to communities, take ownership, get vaccinated, keep our streets safe, because that all contributes to a flourishing community, if I can use that pretty word. But it is. We need to blossom now. It's spring. Let's put COVID behind us and let's look towards the future, because there's light at the end of the tunnel. This industry will bounce back stronger than before. We will see those double digits of tourism arrivals coming through our Cape Town International Airport. By the way, I'm talking to international airlines all over the world. North America, Europe, the East, South America. I'm talking to them about flying directly to Cape Town so that we can open up our hotels, get our taxis full of people, exploring our communities again, getting out, spending money. They're not here to only take photos. They need to get out and spend money. So we are talking to our international partners so that we can make Cape Town open to the world, because we need to put Cape Town on the world map again. Tourism is going to be a very competitive space, and I think a lot of your viewers either are upcoming into the industry, they see this as an industry that they want to make a career of. Anything in tourism goes, but we need to make sure now, more than ever, that we are targeted, because tourism before COVID made the world go round, right? Now the world has been turned upside down. Now it's Cape Town's time to be innovative. We look towards technology, innovation, collaboration, the things that we do to make Cape Town stand out amongst the rest as the best city to visit, because if they visit, they spend money. And if they spend money, you and me as businesses benefit.
Yeah, my takeaway here is you do not have to travel the world to be well-traveled. They usually say the world is your oyster. What we're saying is local is your oyster. Come around. We came, we saw, we enjoyed it thoroughly. Make sure that if you haven't hit the space Ukualanga, you do it so immediately. When I'm saying immediately, try tomorrow, try the day after tomorrow. And Ulanga is not the only place that is vibey in Cape Town. Zama iKhayelitsha, Zama iNyanga, Zama iGugulethu, because there's a hidden gem right behind your backyard. This is Lomeli Moon for your tourism segment. Do enjoy. Keep it locked right here on Cape Town Television. Mike's drop.
Yo, I must tell you that the camera operator where we were right now, when we were closing the segment, he was shaking in his knees, like with Daniel. We were in the middle of the road.
Did you just drop over the mic? Like that? Okay, it's fine. He came, he saw, he conquered, he didn't invite me, but either way, I'm here. We go back to the trending news as of right now. Lasizwe was doing the most. In fact, Lasizwe was not doing the most.
Yeah?
He was grieving.
Sure.
You have to understand. He took it to the streets and saying, well, Twitter or Instagram is one of the same thing, saying it is day 365 today.
Since they lost their father?
You
didn't know.
Like time flies, hey? But hey, what's the lile way to not to
Yeah, we need to appreciate and give them flowers while they still can smell them, instead of sizibeke phana zothanda kwi tombstone, because they don't see it. Or perhaps they see it, depending on how you believe kwi higher beings. I don't know.
Guys, treasure your parents. But one thing that I do, I treasure everyone around me.
Sure. Speaking of treasures, tomorrow we've got a beautiful clothing brand known as Orange. They're going to be here for our style time. We're going to be having beautiful models to showcase. Even in many cases, which are human beings, are stellar. We cannot wait to see those. We also have the likes of Ubonga Kwana, who has recently joined and collabed with Unzika from The Soul. She'll be dropping her single for a Ekse exclusive right here on the show. Email us qx@capetowntv.org or dial 0214480448 if you want to be part of the show. What's coming up next?
Coming up next, we have to go back to Drip, Sinsif. And we go to a drip launch. Is it a launch?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a launch basically. Evie and what's the front? Mamela Jong, I need to get myself a drip.
Me too.
You need to buy me a drip.
Me?
Hence, you invited me here.
Ask Kayam Teto.
Oh, Kayam Teto. Let's check out Kayam Teto and drip here. Perhaps I'm gonna score myself a drip.
I'm not buying nothing, man.
What do you mean?
Either we go big or we go home, and today is no exception. We're going bigger and better from a man who needs no introduction. Well, let me do it. Kayam Tetwa. Hello. Kaya, welcome back to Cape Town. We know that you love the city. I'm not going to ask you why you're here. How are you finding, by the way?
Love it. It's a bit chilly this weekend, but it's absolutely amazing. Scenery is always amazing. It's always refreshing being in the mother city. It's a privilege being here.
You are almost all the time, Classic Bona, you are part of history. Your history was made in front of masses, and now we are making history again. Why was it important for you to align yourself with a brand like Utrip?
Wow. Aligning, my life and my brand is not just with a drip brand, but it's also with a brother and a friend, Lekau, and it's just seeing and celebrating such amazing work that he has done in such a short space of time. Celebrating black business at this level and at this magnitude is something that is, you're rightfully saying, historic, but also something that needs more attention. And I think that every person, black, white, Indian, we need to rally around black businesses that are really doing some amazing stuff. And it's not just the brand, but changing people's lives.
Yeah.
There's people that are getting employed. There's people that are going to benefit from such a historic thing that's happening. So for me, it's multiple facets of things, and they all need to be celebrated.
And this did not come easy for him. We've seen Likai starting a business, failing, another one failing, and not a lot of people believed in the next venture. Why is it important for young South Africans to hold on to their faith and dreams?
Sure. I mean, I was speaking to him yesterday saying that the story of tenacity and consistency and the story of getting up and trying again is such an important story in our communities that we find ourselves, because a lot of people can relate with that kind of story. And so I think it's important that we tell those stories because people see when it's flashy and beautiful and whatever, but there's a price to pay.
Yeah.
There's a huge price to be paid, and he's paid that price. And for me, it's important for us to hold on to those dreams. It is testament that each and every one of us have a valid dream that we can hold on to, and that we can look to inspiration and focus to make sure that we become a success.
Phrase of the day is live your great. How is Kayam Tetwa living his great?
My goodness, I am living my great. I have entered, the last year of my life has been absolutely amazing. I think I am one of the luckiest people. I'm living my dreams. I'm recording music I like. I'm in projects I love. I'm working with people I love. So I'm growing as a father, growing as an artist, growing as a pastor. There's so many things that are happening in my life. So I am definitely living my greatest life right now.
And you can do so as well. If he's your inspiration, why not do it? Welcome to it. Whatever dreams that you've made for yourself and whatever fiber they are made out of, rest assured they are going to come through. Imagine a story of rags to riches, being able to employ a dozen South Africans. That's why you should always hold on to faith and to hope, because you too could own a store at a VNA waterfront and many more across the country. Drip that swag.
CTV family.